Well, in a world where technology has made us so much more connected, why are millions of people feeling lonelier than ever before? A new report from the World Health Organization shows that loneliness now affects 1 in 6 people globally. On home soil, 1 in 4 young Australians is falling victim to the silent struggle.
So how can we rebuild meaningful relationships and improve our well-being? Simone Heng is a human connection specialist, TEDx speaker and award-winning author, and in her new book, Let's Talk About Loneliness, she shares her tips on how to combat isolation and digital addiction.
And Simone Heng joins us now live from Singapore. Good morning to you, Simone.
Good morning. Good morning, Chris and Kylie. Hi.
The modern world, it's changed how we live and how we engage with people. So how is it that it could be causing more loneliness?
Yeah, so there's this paradox, right? We are more connected than ever and yet disconnected. And that's to do with the fact that digital connections don't give us that same quota of feel-good hormones that satiate and stave off loneliness. It's actually your 5 best buddies or the 5 people you cohabitate, which are intimate connections that help to stave off loneliness. And these are those friends that love you warts and all, that you can be your worst self in front of and they still have your back.
Yeah, got it. So, Simone, for you, at 29, a phone call turned your life upside down and you ended up caring for an ill parent. Tell us how that inspired your new book.
Yeah, so this is quite a few, I'm 41 now, it was quite a few years ago. I was living in Dubai, my mum's based in Perth, and I got a call from my sister while at work, and my mum had a very, very tragic stroke. And so I returned to Perth to care for her. And caregiving, and it's in the World Health Organization's report actually, is one of the main sectors of societies globally where people are impacted by loneliness. The others include Indigenous populations, marginalized groups, people with physical or mental disabilities. And caregiving is actually also one of these major groups. So that was an extremely isolating experience because all of my friends were getting engaged and getting married, and I was kind of in the nursing home helping my mum change her diaper, her nappies. So, yeah, that was a hard experience.
You received a lot of clapback because critics felt like you didn't look like a lonely person. But it can affect anyone. So I guess that's an important message to get across, that you just never know, right?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. So the book came out, UK publisher, in 2023, and, you know, we didn't secure the kind of press that we wanted. And that is because there is this stigma that a lonely person isn't glamorous, doesn't have a successful job, must, live on their own and live on a keyboard or be in a nursing home like people of my mum's generation. And what's amazing about that World Health Organization report that you cited, Kylie, that's just come out this year, is that one of the main things and one of the main purposes, particularly of Australian Loneliness Week, different from the global one, is destigmatization. So that's why I'm here today, because I think it's just so important. Loneliness affects people globally, regardless of your class, ethnicity, location. It's affecting everybody. 1 in 3 Australians experience loneliness. That's just normal, fleeting loneliness, not chronic loneliness. So you can imagine that's almost everyone.
Now, from your own research, you found there are 5 types of human connection we all need. Talk us through those.
Yeah, so these are from culminating all of the big researchers in the field. And so the really important one I mentioned earlier was your intimate connections. These are those 5 people to you, and a lot of the time they are the people you cohabitate with. But if you live alone like me, you build these people from friends or family. Worrying thing is a lot of people across the world say that they don't have people they can truly confide in. So we need those intimate connections first. They are the ones that stave off loneliness. And we see this with the loneliness epidemic for Aussie men, for example, because that mateship banter is more on the surface level and there's no vulnerability happening. You can still have those 5 mates, but still feel lonely. And then the next is relational. 15 people in your community. This is what we used to term kin maybe 50 years ago. Your aunties, uncles, grandparents, but they make you feel part of a social fabric. Number 3 is collective connection. And I would say that everybody watching the morning show has this. It's people where you have a thread of commonality, but you're not best buddies. So everybody watching this show is a fan of this show. That would be their thread of commonality. But we get this in our sporting groups, our footy teams, our school choirs, our drama clubs, things like that. Micro connections, we really miss these in the pandemic. These are those seemingly banal connections when you go out and you've got your barista at the coffee shop and you have a bit of banter. Aussies are some of the best in the world for micro connections. This surface level banter actually gives us feel-good hormones like oxytocin and dopamine that lift mood and can help with loneliness when they're positively polarized, of course, not if it's a bad road rage micro connection. That doesn't work. And number 5, I think this is really important, is self-connection. And that's a relationship you have with yourself, your awareness in your experience. And it's only if you have that that often you can even tell that you're lonely. A lot of these studies are self-reported. So you've got to actually have a good relationship with yourself to be able to say, hey, yes, I do feel lonely from time to time, or I feel lonely all the time.
Yeah. Simone, it's fascinating stuff. Thank you so much for shedding light on that for us. Simone Heng's new book is called Let's Talk About Loneliness, and the book is out now. Thanks, Simone.